Hey guys, darkmaster491 here, and this is my round 4 set versus Sebas from the Rose Tower Open Tournament during the 4th of July weekend. Let's see, they have the Incineroar with the Fake Out Pressure. I don't know what kind of Thunderous this is. It could be the Defiant Thunderous or Prankster Thunderous, so I'm gonna have to play it safe in game 1, just until I figure out what kind of Thunderous they have. Let's see, they have Redirection with Togekiss. Togekiss could also be a Dynamax option, so I have to keep that in mind. I don't know what kind of Urshifu they have. I mean, if they have the single strike, they might lead with it to try to Sucker Punch my Dragapult. And Metagross, of course, is scary because they usually are weakness policy. Or it could be Assault Vest, and I'm definitely not going to bring Colosso in game 1. I might not even bring it to the set because they have Garchomp, because Garchomp just hard counters Colosso, so definitely not a good idea to bring Colosso. At least to game 1. If I see that they're not bringing Garchomp, then I might try to bring Colosso. If I see that option is there. But I have to be careful because my opponent, of course, could readjust. Like, if I win a game with Colosso, I'm definitely going to bring the Garchomp into the following game. But for game 1, I think this is fine. Urshifu, Dragapult's pretty strong, and double Fake Out in the back. So yeah, I think we're good to go here. Let's see what my opponent leads with. They might lead with the Garchomp. Because I mean, Garchomp, of course, since it hard counters Colosso. Let's see what they do here. Okay, Thunderous and Incineroar. So, not what I was expecting. Definitely not what I was expecting, because if I led with Dragapult and Colosso, I think that would just be a problem for them. Because, yeah, maybe they go for like the Eerie Impulse, but I mean, other than that, they're going to lose Thunderous, and I get the Volcalith off, and I can just attack everything else, and worry about the Garchomp for later, if I led with Colosso. But yeah, being that we have Dragapult Urshifu here, let's see. I don't know what kind of Thunderous this is, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go for like Max Airstream in case they Dynamax Thunderous if it is like Defiant. I mean, maybe they are like the Prankster, but I don't have that I don't know that information, so I have to just play it safer, and I'll go for Max Airstream and we'll see what kind of Thunderous they have. I'm gonna Detect because I feel like Urshifu threatens the Incineroar, and they probably go for Fake Out. And yeah, if it is Defiant Thunderous, then they probably go for Fake Out Airstream play. See, this would be a lot easier if I knew what kind of Thunderous they have, but yeah, I have to play it safe turn 1 because I don't want to lose Urshifu for free. We have their Prankster. Okay, it looks like they're Prankster. See, I could have just went for Phantasm and Surging Strikes, and it wouldn't really matter if they went for Fake Out. So, I mean, other than them breaking the Focus Sash. But I'm a little worried about what the Incineroar is going to do here. So let's see, the Thunders probably went for like Thunderbolt or something. Okay, so that confirms that they're most likely Prankster Thunders because they went for oh, Will-O-Wisp. Oh, but that's really bad. That's a great play by my opponent. They really predicted me very, very nicely. Yeah. It's looking really bad for Dragapult now because, yeah, Burn Dragapult's not going to do anything now to Thunders. They probably just survived the... Let's see, Max Airstream did so much though. Yeah, Max Phantasm probably would have picked up the KO onto the Thunderous. From how it looks, because that was a resisted Airstream, and that did so much damage. Okay, they're gonna have a Scary Face. I don't see what that really accomplishes for them, but I guess that's fine if they have some sort of plan to get rid of Urshifu. Pretty sure it still outspeeds the Incineroar, so yeah. -1 defense, so this should definitely pick up the KO into the Incineroar. Man, this Thunders is really hanging in there. Got that Citrus Berry giving me a hard time here. Okay. Surging Strikes. This should pick up the KO. -1 defense. I thought that would do a lot more, honestly. Wow. Okay. with a -1. That's a pretty bulky Incineroar. Alright, they got the Figgy Berry. I think that should still, it's pretty close, but yeah, it picks up the KO. Wow, and that's with -1 defense. That was a really bulky Incineroar. So I'm pretty sure it would live that if, yeah, it was like neutral defense. Probably would have definitely survived the Surging Strike. So I guess the Will-O-Wisp play made sense. Turn 1. But actually, if I went for Phantasm and Surge Strikes, they would have just knocked it out anyways. Cause, yeah, I mean, it seemed pretty close though. I suppose that's fine. I could just go for Phantasm and Surging Strikes into Togekiss. And yeah, we're depending on the defense drops at this point, because I have a Burn Dragapult, so kind of gonna leave it up to Urshifu and to try to get as much damage as we can. Yeah, having a Burn Dragapult is just horrible. So I'll just do what I can, just see if I can pick up KOs onto the other Pokemon. And oh, they withdrew Thundurus. Okay, Garchomp. They're definitely gonna go for Max Airstream. But yeah, I targeted into the Togekiss with the Surging Strike, so Urshifu gets to stick around for a little longer, so that's fine. That's good. Still did kind of a lot of damage. Okay, they have the White Herb, so defense drop doesn't really... it's negated basically. Okay, so let's see. Could go for Dragon Darts. Phantom Force is really gonna do nothing because I have a Burn Dragapult. But they probably protect Garchomp if they have Protect on it. Just gonna go into Incineroar and just to get some Intimidate onto the Garchomp. Not that it matters too much, since I kind of need Dragapult to just knock it out. I mean, they could kind of expect Phantom Force, but like I'm not gonna really get much damage off of Phantom Force. Maybe a little damage into Togekiss because of the -1 defense, but not too much. Let's see. I see they go for a Max Airstream or Max Starfall. Okay, they probably go for Airstream just to get more speed. Oh, they went for Starfall actually into Dragapult? No, into Incineroar. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. But I mean, I guess that could make sense because it reduces the damage of Dragon Darts onto Garchomp. Since... yeah. So that's going to be... Garchomp could probably survive it now. I mean, I'm pretty sure it would have lived it anyway because I have a Burn Dragapult, so... and Garchomp has some decent bulk. I mean, there's not much I can do. I mean, I could try for the Phantom Force if I wanted to, but I'd rather just go for Dragon Darts. At least if Garchomp's protecting, it's not actually attacking, so... yeah, and I'll just go for Flare Blitz here. Okay, they're gonna lose Thundurus. Pretty sure that picks up the KO, even though it's burned. But yeah. Yep, there goes Thundurus, so that's good. Okay, there's the airstream, and down goes the Dragapult. Okay. Well, Dragapult did a pretty good job getting those defense drops. Yep, and almost got that KO, but barely survived. But it's fine. So I can go for the Aqua Jet into Togekiss, and see they have Garchomp in the back, so I can switch out Incineroar, send in Rillaboom, and I will have Fake Out Pressure for the following turn after they knock out my Urshifu. So they probably go for like Rock Slide. See, I'm gonna go for the Aqua Jet here, finish off the Togekiss, and send in Rillaboom. Yeah, and the Grassy Terrain recovery is kind of nice too, so pretty beneficial. Okay, here we go. Hit that Grassy Surge. So if it goes for like Rock Slides, it shouldn't do too much damage to Rillaboom, and Grassy Terrain will recover it a little bit. So that's the plan, is to just finish off this game with Rillaboom. And yeah, Incineroar's got the Fake Out Pressure, so that'll force him to protect, and then Rillaboom gets a little bit more of the HP back from the Grassy Terrain. So yeah, there shouldn't be a way for them to knock out the Rillaboom. Unless they manage to stall out the Grassy Terrain and they just get a bunch of Rock Slide flinches. Because, yeah, now they're going to be at -1 attack, since they already used up the White Herb. Okay, Intimidate. And, yeah, now I can go for a Fake Out and Wood Hammer. Yeah, so if they don't protect, then that'll be game. But yeah, they're gonna play this out, so that's fine. Alright, so what I can do next turn is I can go for the Taunt with Incineroar, and if they miss a Rock Slide, then I don't have to worry about them protect stalling the Grassy Terrain, and I'll just keep going for Grassy Glide. And yeah, there's not much they can do. They can just hope to stall out the Grassy Terrain and then get a bunch of Rock Slide flinches. That's really their only win con at this point. And of course, my win con is to just obviously beat the Garchomp with Grassy Glides and hope for a Rock Slide miss on Incineroar, so they can't protect anymore after we get the Taunt off. It would just make this match a lot easier. Okay, so we get the Grassy Glide off, get big damage there, so the next one will just pick up the KO, even if they get like a double protect. But yeah, they get a double protect, and they're just gonna stall out the Grassy Terrain. So I mean, yeah, if they get if they don't get the double, if they just get one protect, then the next Grassy Glide would just finish them off. So that's fine. And if they get a double, I'm getting more HP back with from the Grassy Terrain. So it's benefiting me more than it's benefiting my opponent. Alright, so there's the first protect. That's fine. So next turn I can just finish it off with Grassy Glide. If they get that double, that's kind of annoying. Then it'll come down to Rock Slide flinches, crits, and I hope that doesn't happen. So let's just hope they don't get the double protect. Because I mean, they have to go for the double in order to have a chance to win the game. So they get the double, so that's kind of annoying, but I mean, well played. You kind of have to play to your outs here and just hope for the double protect. And yeah, now they're basically just going to go for Rock Slides to try to flinch hacks my Rillaboom. Yeah, I'll just go for Wood Hammer, because one Wood Hammer would just finish it off. So they need to get a bunch of flinches with the Rock Slide. Yeah, so they don't get the flinch, so that's good game. Finish it off with Wood Hammer. Alright, so now I need to think about my game plan for game 2. I mean, I'm thinking I could lead with the same 4 Pokemon. I could lead with Dragapult and Urshifu again. and threaten that big damage onto their Pokemon. I mean, if they leave it Incineroar again, this time I need to play more offensive and not protect turn 1. But I mean, they could call that, so I don't know. It could make sense detecting again just to be safe, but I really don't want to get Will-O-Wisp, so it's probably worth it to just get flinched over getting burned, because yeah, Will-O-Wisp was just, I mean, it could have been a lot worse than it actually was, so I was fortunate enough to win that first game, since I played the rest of the game pretty well. But yeah, they managed to take advantage of the burn and get rid of my other Pokemon, then that could be a problem. So definitely a better idea to not let Dragapult get burned and just risk the potential fake out. So yeah. Okay. So I'm fine with these 4. Let's see how they readapt. I mean, they could lead with Garchomp and Togekiss. That's an option too. Metagross, Togekiss is another option. I mean, if they go with Metagross, I have to be careful for the weakness policy. Garchomp, of course, I'm gonna have to go for Max Phantasm into Togekiss. Because yeah, if Togekiss and Garchomp are on the field, I'm taking a risk if I go. I could go for Wormwind, but I'm risking that they could go for like Follow Me. So, I mean, it'll depend on how my opponent plays. So yeah, I need to get more of a feel for how my opponent plays in that situation. But they're not gonna bring Garchomp. They're actually gonna bring Thundurus and Togekiss. So, I wasn't really expecting this lead, but I mean, the only thing that could be a problem is if they actually have Thunder Wave on the Thundurus, but we only saw the Scary Face, so maybe they don't have Thunder Wave. I mean, how likely is it that they have Thunder Wave and Scary Face on the same set? I mean, it's possible, but kind of feels like a waste of a move slot to put both Thunder Wave and Scary Face. But I mean, I can't ignore the possibility, so yeah, we'll go for Max Phantasm into Thundurus, and if that picks up the KO, then yeah, I'll get the Surging Strikes into Togekiss. I mean, I'm pretty sure that should actually pick up the KO, because Max Airstream did so much damage to Thundurus, and that's resisted, so yeah, as long as they don't have Thunder Wave, I think we should be fine. I mean, I'm assuming since they have Scary Face that they don't have Thunder Wave. But, I mean, it is possible they could have it. But, yeah, thankfully, Dragapult has clear body ability, so I don't have to worry about Scary Face or anything like that. So, Dragapult is good to go. Now, they could go for the Starfall into Dragapult. Depending on how, like, how specially offensive the Togekiss is, it could pick up the KO on a Dragapult without the crit. But we'll see. Okay, so we get the Phantasm. I mean, either way, Surging Strike's still going to do a lot to Togekiss. I mean, of course that depends on how bulky the Togekiss is, but yeah, Togekiss is, it's not as great in its physical defense, but yeah, we'll see how much damage it does. So they do go for the Starfall, probably into Dragapult. Let's see if that picks up the KO. So it's actually pretty close. So it's probably not as invested in the special attack, but yeah, thankfully they didn't get the crit. Because yeah, Togekiss is known for getting like crits every turn. Okay, Surging Strike is doing pretty decent damage. Let's see if that does around, that might do around like 50% actually. So this is pretty good. Okay, right into the yellow, so it's like literally exactly at 50%, so this could be close. I think I need another defense drop to guarantee that knockout Togekiss. Max Phantasm should do it, but I have to respect the possibility that they go for, let's see, they could Max Guard, and then there's Urshifu over there that's probably Focus Sash, so. But I definitely want to get rid of the Togekiss. So I think the best idea is to just split my attacks. I'll go for Surging Strikes into Togekiss and another Max Phantasm. Let's see, they could go into for the Aqua Jets. They could go for it into Urshifu or Dragapult. Okay, they went for Aqua Jet into Dragapult, and that's really close. Wow, 6 HP. Wow, that is clutch. Just barely hung in there. But yeah, the Life Orb is going to finish off Dragapult, unfortunately. But yeah, that's all we needed. We just needed a defense drop, and should be able to knock out the Tokus now. Yeah, I should do... that's definitely going to knock out the... Surge Strikes will definitely pick up the KO onto Tokus now. Okay, there's the max Airstream, but yeah, Urshifu is Focus Sash, so we're good. And Surging Strikes will definitely pick up the KO now with -2 defense. But yeah, -1 it would have been pretty close. But thankfully we got that defense drop, so yeah, definitely gonna pick up the KO. Alright. And all they got left is Urshifu and one more Pokemon in the back, which is probably Garchomp. So what I can do here is I can bring out one of my fake out Pokemon in the back. I can bring out my Incineroar and get an Intimidate off onto... Well, Garchomp has the White Herb item, so... Yeah, it's not gonna matter. But... I mean, just in case I wanted to pivot Incineroar out. But yeah, that's not going to be possible because I have to go for the Fake Out and Aqua Jet. Alright, there's the White Herb. And now we go for the Fake Out and Aqua Jet into Urshifu. So if Urshifu, here's the thing, if Urshifu protects, then Aqua Jet should pick up the KO at -1 defense. And it's in the red, so yeah, I don't think it's going to live that. And worst case, if it does live, I can always go for like Grassy Glide next turn, so I mean that's fine. But yeah, Fake Out. So if they protected, then yeah, pretty sure Aqua Jet would just pick up the KO at that range. But yeah, they don't protect, so Aqua Jet's gonna get some damage into Garchomp. But yeah, Rough Skin's gonna finish off Urshifu. But that's fine. So we still have Rillaboom in the back, and we should be good to go. Rock Slide gets some pretty decent damage onto Incineroar, and I'm going to do the same thing as in game 1. So it's pretty much the exact same end game. The only difference is that Garchomp is at neutral attack. So yeah, it's going to be getting a little more damage with Rock Slides. But that's fine. I can go for... just go for Grassy Glide and Taunt again. Yeah, this time Incineroar is going to survive the Rock Slide, so I'll definitely be able to get the Taunt off this time. Unless they flinch Incineroar or they get a crit. So I'm going to go for the Taunt. And they're going to forfeit, so that's a good game.